recording.
That's live, girl. On live. Hi, guys. So, yeah, I'm eating a bowl of macaroni. For kids gotta eat. No. You gotta write it down, baby.
Because I don't wanna keep my phone dead.
Okay, so
Thank
basically,
you.
we're making this video to answer some questions that a bunch of people have been asking us in our inboxes and in our text messages and everywhere. So we figured we'll just make a video and answer everybody's question at once. So we don't have to keep repeating ourselves, basically. So, you want to introduce yourself, babe?
I'm the fiance. I'm Nicole.
I'm
the baby daddy.
Oh my gosh. You're the fiance?
The baby daddy and the fiance.
Yeah, this is the baby daddy.
You know, I did my thing.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I guess that makes me the baby mama. I'm Guate, DJ Guate, Aruba, whatever you want to call me. So, we're pregnant. Well, yeah, we're pregnant, but I'm pregnant. Oh, perfect. I didn't even know you were wearing that shirt. So yeah, we're pregnant, but mostly me. Meaning I'm carrying. That brings us to our first question, which is,
why is she carrying and not me?
Right. Why am I the one carrying and not her? So I'll let her give her take on why she thinks I'm carrying, and I'll give my take on why I think I'm carrying instead of her.
Well, I feel like it was a better decision for her to carry it at this moment because I'm not mentally ready to carry, and and I feel like she's, you know, she's more in a era where, you know, think we'll be okay, stability wise, financial wise, mentally, you know, and she's more, I want to say pure than I am. So it was easier for her to, you know, get knocked up. So
did you just say I'm more pure than you are?
You are. You are more pure. Are you and are you not?
I guess by that she means I'm a virgin.
She's a virgin.
Or something.
Okay, yeah, she's a virgin. I'm not. So, you know.
I guess I'm more pure then.
You know, so I just feel, and then in the same sense, you know, this will be her mom's first grandchild, and I feel like she needs, you know, a baby that's more, what am I trying to say?
I don't know what the age is.
Babe, you're supposed to help me. How you supposed to?
I mean,
I'm trying to say, like,
this is your take.
I know, but you're still supposed to help me. That's why you were a partner.
Okay,
you
well,
help me and you know, and what I'm saying
from what
is,
she's saying, I'm more pure. I guess she feels like I was in a better place mentally,
right.
To carry, because that all goes into, successfully conceiving. Also, that is true. This will be my mom's first grandchild. I do have sisters, but they don't have kids yet. Doesn't seem like they're having kids anytime soon. And since I was like 19, I wanted to have a baby. Growing up, I used to feel like, yeah, you know, I'll meet somebody that I'll fall in love with and I'll build a family with, and she'll have a baby for me. And then I got real. Like, I started to see, you know, people playing games with their kids or using their kids as pawns in relationships if the relationship doesn't work. And yeah, that's not something that I'm willing to deal with. So, yeah, and I also feel like God had, you know, had a way of, you know, helping decide for us in choosing who's going to carry first, because we both plan on having kids. I just so happen to be going first. So to answer you guys this question, it'll be my mom's first grandchild. Her mom has what, like four? Okay, her mom has 4 grandkids right now.
So I wasn't really, like adamant of trying to get pregnant, and it wasn't a big, like, it's a big deal for me to have a kid, but I wasn't really caring about if I carried or she carried. But I know when we came into this relationship,
she really was hoping that I would have to carry.
I did. I ain't gonna lie. I really was hoping for her to carry.
She really set me up.
It was some things that was going on, with her DJing that she asked me to, try and to carry, and it wasn't successful. But I told her God's plan is for you to carry. This whole plan was for you.
Everybody told me
to carry this baby. It wasn't for me. So things happen the way it happened for a reason. So we're blessed to be
successfully
pregnant. We're 18 weeks right now.
Yeah.
5 months.
So what was the next question? I pretty much think that answers it.
Yeah.
We both are gonna have kids. I was planning on having a kid before we even met.
Right.
And then we met, and that's not the time to just pop a baby on somebody. So of course, we allowed our relationship to grow and flourish. We both decided that we wanted kids. I guess I was just in a more mentally prepared state to conceive and carry, and that's what happened. So what's the next question?
The next question is, what is it like to be pregnant?
Oh yeah, everybody keeps asking me that one. So it's challenging to say the least. Being pregnant is not for the weak, man. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not. If you're not mentally prepared, it's a lot of obstacles that come with being pregnant that can become discouraging if you're not in that right mental space, if you don't have the right kind of support around you. It's very challenging. I don't think it's any different because I'm a more aggressive female, because I identify in a certain way. I don't think that it's different for me than it would be for any other female, because at the end of the day, I'm still a female. It's just, I guess the biggest difference is the changes to your body that you have to experience. You definitely have to be in tune with your body in relation to those changes that you're going through. So that's what it's like in my perspective. It's a challenge, but it's definitely it's a challenge, but you're encouraged at the same time, and you're anxious at the same time, and you're excited. I'm just ready for it to be over, to be honest. Like, I'm not even that deep in. I'm just ready for it to be over. Like, I'm ready for the great end result. So, what's me being pregnant like for you?
Well, I thought it was gonna be kind of a little bad than it is. Than it is. I thought she was gonna be very, very like hormonal and emotional and moody and all that stuff, but she really isn't. The only thing that I can say is that, her sense of smell when it did come in, she was really like, babe, I don't like that. What you cooking? Oh my God, you got garlic in there? Why you eating garlic? And I'd be like, baby, oh my God, this is what I want to eat. And she used to get so mad at me for eating stuff that I wanted to eat, and it made her feel sick.
Yeah.
And like when she was at a stage where she was going through her, morning sickness, she used to smell stuff and just throw, like, things would just make her so sick, and then stuff like that would be like, oh my God. So I gotta sit in the living room or go outside if I wanted to do certain stuff.
She the one with the attitude with the hormones.
And then I have to make sure, like, when I'm in the bed sleeping with her, I gotta remember that, I can't be trying to hold on her so tightly because, their stomach be sensitive and stuff like that. But I get emotional because I be like, girl, like, I want to cuddle, I want to do this and I want to do that. But I just gotta remember, like, she's pregnant, so okay, I gotta take that into consideration.
Listen,
But she hasn't been that bad. I'm not gonna lie.
I've been great, actually.
She's been a good...
Everybody kept telling me...
She ain't been that bad.
Oh, you gonna give Nicole hell when you pregnant. Oh, when the
hasn't been
hormones
giving me
hit,
hell.
whatever. I don't think I've been. She actually told me she thinks I'm nicer now that I'm pregnant.
She is.
Which is uncommon, I guess. But, you know, whatever. But no, your sense of smell does get freakishly intense, and certain smells will throw you off.
Yes.
Like, for me, it was garlicky kind of smells. They really, did me dirty. And it seemed like at the time, everything she wanted to eat was garlicky.
I love garlic. Like, garlic is like the best.
Gross.
Well, you know you love garlic until you got pregnant.
I mean,
don't say
it just seemed like you was just extremely.
I wasn't. It was just that your nose was just so.
Even now, you don't. It's not that much garlic around. Maybe that's because she got used to or just accustomed to not having.
I just stopped doing garlic because she don't like it, so I just don't even use it no more. So.
I mean, my sense of smell is kind of dialing back a little bit. It's still very strong. I'm still very sensitive to certain smells like smoke, like people's body odors, not even like bad body odors, just like your people's scents or whatever is really strong. It's really strong.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's what it's like to be pregnant. So for all you studs that are, you know, contemplating getting pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant,
it's not that bad, guys. Well, the morning sickness for her. Well, you gotta know she's a Cancer, so y'all know how.
Oh, you gonna bring that up?
So therefore, it's not that. I'm been with her 24/7, 7 days a week.
Listen.
Only thing that she goes through is that morning sickness. That it was like what 2 months that she had to deal with morning sickness.
Like,
and that's
2 months.
The
that's
thing
a long
is, I
time.
can't even say this for everybody because everybody don't have morning sickness. You know what I'm saying? You might be a person that don't get it.
See, that's the difference in the perspectives because she's talking about it's not that. It's hard to explain. Like, I don't want to scare anybody out.
That's what I'm saying.
Out of getting pregnant.
Because that's just yours.
Because at the end of the day, you know, it's a sacrifice. You have to sacrifice, regardless of what type of woman you are. It's a sacrifice. You got to sacrifice your body. You got to sacrifice your well-being. You got to sacrifice yourself in order to, you know, produce a little mini yourself. So no, it's not that bad, but it has its moments where it sucks.
Yeah, she does. I be feeling so bad sometimes. I just, oh my God, I can't do nothing.
Like, I lost 20 pounds because I was throwing up everything and I couldn't.
Every day.
I couldn't eat. I was eating the same things every day if I could. Certain things, it'll be fine one day, the next day, just depending on what part of the day, I'm throwing up. And still, to this day, I throw up every morning when I'm brushing my teeth. I don't know why. I don't know why. But anyway, okay, next question.
Choosing a donor.
Okay. Oh, choosing a donor. That's another thing. People have inquired about the donor process. Did we go to a sperm bank? What else have we been asked? Did we do all types of stuff? Did we put her eggs inside me?
Yeah, did we have a surrogate?
Did we have all that kind of stuff? Okay, so we have a known donor, which basically means it's someone that we know who donated. We did pay said person for his specimen. How much? That's our business.
Right.
I will say that, you know, prices will vary. So that's why I don't want to say, oh, we paid this amount and then, you know, you guys go searching for donors and then be like, hold on, man, they only paid or they paid, you know, whatever. So guys value their specimen very differently. Choosing a donor was probably one of the hardest parts of this process. I think it was, for me, like I said, because I was in the process of having a kid already before we had even met. I think finding a donor took about 2.5 years for us.
Yep.
It took that long because for about 1.5 years, I had a donor who was with it. You know what I'm saying? He was down. He was like, yeah, you know, just let me know when, you know, whatever. And then when it came time and said person was asked to go and get STD testing, it was like crickets. Like,
nowhere.
Wait, hello? Are you there?
Nothing.
Did you go or, you know, like, so just basically went ghost for the most part. I don't know why that was. I don't know if, you know, he had a change of heart. I don't know what happened. But he changed his mind, so that was the first letdown with the donor process. From there, we asked and vetted a few. Well, to be honest, I was the one asking, which was very weird because I'm the more aggressive, more masculine female. And I'm asking guys like, hey, so it got to a point where, you know, if they fit the characteristics or the, you know, the physical that we desired, the looks that we wanted, then I would just straight up ask. Because in my opinion, like, they're going to say yes, they're going to say no, or they're going to think about it, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And to my experience, a majority of the guys that I asked were very open to discussing it, were very willing to donate. But in choosing a donor, I feel like it's really important to be very specific, vet that person, find out family history on that person, find out personal history on that person, find out mental health history on that person, health history. All of that is important because half of the genetics that your child is going to have are going to come from this person. So, yeah, it was a process. I had one guy like, you know, give me 21 days to think about it. Like, 21 days? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes or no.
But, you know, like I said, different guys, that's something that I learned. Different guys value their specimen in different ways. I had a guy tell me yes right off the bat. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'll do it. And then later on told a mutual friend of ours, like, so I don't think I can do it. You know, I'm an alpha male and, you know, I don't think alpha men, especially if you don't have a kid yet. That's another factor. If your donor doesn't have kids yet, they may not be willing to donate because in their mind they might think like, oh, I'm giving away my first kid. That was another response that I got. And then you have those who are just like super willing, but they don't meet the physical or, you know, whatever, the characteristics that you're looking for. I had very specific things that I was looking for in terms of height, in terms of hair growth, does your dad still have hair, in terms of facial hair, in terms of physique, in terms of mental capacity. Like, I had very specifics. So there were several people who agreed but did not meet those requirements. And we would not have known if we didn't vet these people, or if we would have just settled and said, okay, well, this process is exhausting, like, whatever. Like, I asked a dude at the liquor store one day.
Yes, like, she did. And I was like, babe, really? Like, she came home.
Go ahead.
I was
about to talk shit about you, but I'm going to let you finish. And then I'm going to talk shit about you.
I was so upset when she came home and told me that she asked somebody at the liquor store. First of all, the liquor store. He's coming out of the liquor store. So that was
you go to the liquor store, so what?
I do, babe, but I'm not finna.
I was coming out of the liquor store, so what?
Come on now. We don't know if he got, you know, he might got kidney failure or something. I don't know what he got.
Oh, now we judge. He
might be alcoholic, and you know he got. We don't know.
He wasn't drunk coming out the liquor store.
It don't matter. He was coming out of the liquor store.
Now let me talk shit about her because first of all, you asked how many people.
Like 2 people.
Oh, okay. She asked like 2 people, maybe.
Because let me tell you, okay, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Why I really didn't want to ask males, like certain males, because at the end of the day, okay, I am a feminine woman, attractive feminine woman, and a lot of men will want to have sex with me if I ask them, oh yeah, hey, you want to be my donor? Nah, we'll freaking fuck though. No, ain't nobody trying to be. I know that's uncomfortable for me. Like I don't want to have to go and ask these guys and they try to talk to me and stuff like that, and I'm gonna have to get an attitude with them, and you know, I'm not.
Either way, it's a risk. I had to take risks asking these guys. Maybe they wanted to smash me too. You know what I'm saying? I don't never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's why the first dude reneged. Because once he found out exactly what the process going to be, he might have been like, nah, man, you know, I thought we was going, whatever. But she only asked 2 people.
I asked 2 people.
So, yeah. You just gotta put yourself out there.
Yeah,
if that's what they want.
Babe was really, I ain't gonna lie, Babe was on it. Like, she was really on it with this, looking for a donor after the one that reneged, you know, after that long time.
But what I will say, that was a process, finding a known donor.
Yeah, it was a process.
We finally found a donor through an old friend who met the criteria that we were looking for. We actually took him out to lunch. We sat down, we talked to him. We both got a feel for him. We spent a lot of time with him, you know what I'm saying, throughout the insemination process. Just getting to know him as a person, him getting to know us, because just like, you know what I'm saying, they're donating to you, sometimes they might consider what type of person are you, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to select a donor and you got a good candidate and then you bring them to the crib and your house all dirty and nasty and you know what I'm saying, whatever, and they'd be like, hold on now.
Right.
This kid, I don't think they need no kid, you know what I'm saying? So all of that is important. Another thing that was very important in terms of selecting a donor, especially a known donor, is the contract that we have, which was drafted by an attorney. Now I will tell you how much that costs, which again, these are specifics for our situation, not to say it won't cost you more, not to say you can't find it for less, but it costs us $700 to have this contract drafted by an attorney. I was quoted $1,500 by an attorney before we found an attorney to do it for $700. Mainly because it's a very specified contract. There are not a lot of family law attorneys who have experience in drafting known donor contracts. So yeah, but it's something you definitely want to have. And they have like little drafts online. You can just print it off and, you know, you can sign it or whatever. But I wanted to go with an attorney to protect us and to protect the donor. There are a lot of situations where people might have a donor. The donor might decide last minute, oh, they want to be a parent. They want rights. You have a donor, and sometimes the carriers might decide, oh, well, I'm struggling, I'm on hard times, let me put this guy on child support. So just so both parties can feel protected, both parties can feel comfortable going in, I had a draft already brought up by an attorney, and that's the route we went. But something I learned through this process, because we almost did give up on finding a known donor, is looking into sperm banks, which I thought was a lot more expensive than what it really is. So it's several sperm banks in Atlanta, and you know, to me that's a bigger gamble because people lie, you know what I'm saying? You might get a profile and this guy tell you he's a rocket scientist when really he's a crack addict, you know. So that's the way I saw it, you know. He just needed some money, so he went to go donate, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of men do that.
Yeah, you know, so I was kind of fearful of that. I wanted to have a personal, you know what I'm saying, a personal connection with the donor. Because, you know, big on vibes. Like, if the vibe wasn't there, she's big on vibes too. So if the vibe wasn't there and it was just like, something about this dude just ain't right. Like the liquor store guy, you know. She caught a vibe from him. I didn't catch the vibe from him. I thought he was cool.
Because when y'all was writing,
he was crazy.
He was crazy.
He turned out to be crazy.
And I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. He was trying to come spend the night at the house.
Yeah, it's like
the first night, like the first day we met, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, you know, we can link up one of these days. You can meet my fiance, whatever. He was like, I can come over now. I'm
that
like,
man thought he was gonna have a guy. He's gonna have some type of
you know,
9-day trial.
like,
What he thought he was gonna have?
like maybe I could just spend the night. You know, no sex will be involved. I'm like, oh, I know. Trust me, won't be no sex involved, sir. Like you tripping. Right. So you know, that's why I wanted to have that personal, you know, that personal vibe, that personal touch. Okay, so yeah, that's how we found a donor. So it's a process. Don't get discouraged. Don't settle, in my opinion. It's a couple guys that agreed to do it that I found out they got several babies out here, like several babies out here. You know what I'm saying? Like they're seasoned donors. They know exactly. They were trying to tell me what we finna do. Like, so you got to do this, you got to do that, and if it don't work, you know what I'm saying? I could just, you know, do this in the bathroom, and then we could just, you know, stick it in. And then I'm like, whoa, sir, it's enough of that. Okay, cool. So we'll skip to the
support and love one another.
That could be last.
Okay.
We can talk about the testing results.
Positive results.
So, in the next video, we're gonna talk about our process of how we inseminated. We did it at home.
I told you, man. I did it. I did that.
Anyway, yeah, we're gonna talk about that in the next video. But I mean, technically, we inseminated. We waited for the longest 2 weeks of our life to take a pregnancy test because, like she said, she tried a couple times initially, and we got a false positive one time, and then it didn't work another time, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'll try, you know, whatever. It's not gonna work.
God was telling me that it was for her to do.
Well, she was saying it. A lot of my close friends were saying it. Like, you should try. Like, it's gonna work for you the first time. I guess everybody thought I was.
Kept saying it.
I was so pure that, you know, it would just work for me, whatever. But yeah. So we took a pregnancy test, regular P-stick pregnancy test. It says it's supposed to take like 3 to 5 minutes. It literally took like 3 to 5 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah, let me tell y'all.
It's like the tests were anxious.
We went to the bathroom. I was like, babe, because I was anxious. I was like, babe, let's go to the bathroom and let's take a test, whatever. She wanted to hold off. And I was like, nah, let's go to the bathroom and take a test. You got to use the bathroom. She was like, yeah. So we go in the bathroom. She pee on the stick. Soon as I promise y'all, as soon as I took that stick out of that urine, I'm sorry, y'all. That urine, it was 2 dark pink lines. I said, babe, you are pregnant. She was like, no, you lying. So I showed her the test. She was like, I was like so happy at that moment. It was just like, I knew it. It was just, I was like, God knew, you know what I'm saying? It's like, when you see something, God giving you a sign. Like, I tried a couple times. I'm like, man, it ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for me right now. God is telling me something. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, babe, even her friends, her family members telling her, you know, try whatever. And then I'm like, for her that thing to come up pink, I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It wasn't no light pink. It was both dark pink.
Fast.
It was just like you're pregnant. You know.
She literally took the stick out the cup. I'm like, all right, let's go watch TV. We'll come back and check it. You know what I'm saying? Like in the movies, you know what I'm saying? Like they leave it for a minute, then they come back to it, you know, whatever. Nah, it wasn't. It was.
And then she took a digital and it was like, pregnant.
Yeah, so. I kind of was in shock for about like a week.
Yeah,
probably.
She didn't know how to like.
They were screaming and running all around the house.
So excited. I was just so excited. I was like, oh my god,
and I'm
dark skinned baby.
Oh god, the dark skinned baby stuff. That too.
I'm sorry. Like I don't know. I'm just really like I always wanted to have a chocolate baby. Like I don't know.
I still don't know because our donor is like her complexion. So.
Yeah, but our baby won't be light bright, so that's good. Because if it was
gonna be light bright anyway.
That baby was gonna be light bright.
I mean, you never know. Could be a little brownish. He got a little tan to him. You got a little tan to you
when I have makeup on.
When you hit the sun.
But when I ain't got makeup on, I'm pale. So my baby would have been light bright.
Well, y'all baby's still gonna be light bright. That's another reason why we wanted to have a, you know what I'm saying, have an interpersonal relationship with the donor, because I want the babies to have the same father. So it was important to me to be able to, you know, get to know that person, like I said, because we want to maintain a rapport with that person without having to worry about that person feeling like, oh, well, you know, I'm the kid's dad, or I should, you know, be around for this and that, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Like, that contract, I'm telling you, is very important.
Make sure y'all get a contract if y'all gonna use the known donor, because I'm telling you, I done seen stories, I done read stories.
Yeah.
It can get really bad.
I mean, even if you don't go the attorney route, at least get your contract
and get you some
get it signed, get it notarized, get it notarized. That way you have something on paper just in case that person, you know what I'm saying, decide to try to take you to court. Yeah. And that has happened. It's been people, I even read stories about, like, which is weird to me, but like siblings, like, you know what I'm saying, the sister, her and her significant other, they want to have a baby. So they use one of the brothers of, you know what I'm saying, the chicks, and the brother who basically you're like a uncle dad now. Right. Like, you want to be dad to your sisters. It gets weird. It could get weird, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people say, you know what I'm saying, once the donor actually physically sees the kid, or, you know, as time goes by, they, you know, if you stay too close, they develop a connection, all that kind of stuff. So it's important to keep all that stuff in check, because the last thing you want is to have a blessing, a beautiful baby, and drama, you know what I'm saying, following behind it because somebody becomes too attached or whatever. So, yeah. And the last point was basically just, like you said, like, love and support one another. It's important for, you know what I'm saying, your partner to be supportive. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people go through pregnancy by themselves. I don't see how they do it. Kudos to y'all. Kudos to a lot of women in general, period, because my thought process when I first got pregnant was I watched itty bitty tiny women have babies over and over all the time. Like, it can't be that hard. Like, now I'm like, y'all gotta be psychotic to do this over and over. I'm one and done. Like, not doing this again ever. They can tie my tubes when this is through. Like,
luckily you're over that age to get that too.
I am. People keep telling me they're gonna tell me I'm too young.
No, it's 25.
They can snip, burn, whatever they need to do. Cause I'm cool on that. I'm done.
Well, you ain't gotta worry about that.
I'm done. Yeah. I know I don't gotta worry about it, cause